up the coast of the United States over the past several days, and as anticipated, took a turn to the left today, taking direct aim at the coast of New Jersey.
So I think I was saying it over and over again. If there's any last time you can get out, you need to get out.
So somebody said, well, why would you want to stick it out? I said, well, we've always stuck it out. My mother's always stuck it out, you know, and I'm going to go down with the ship. And then I thought, oh, God, I can't believe I said it.
He didn't want to leave, and all our guys knew he was there, and we can't force you to leave.
We're at a moment now where evacuation is no longer possible, and we're no longer able to come and rescue people.
We've bounced back, and the courage of the people in town to work through the disaster, the wherewithal to just say, you know what, we're beaten down, but we're not destroyed. In fact, our slogan since the storm was, if we're not dead, we're not done. And that's still posted here in the church in the sanctuary. And folks know that, listen, we're here, and we lost some stuff, and that's okay. We're going to rebuild, and we'll be better than we were before. And God bless us for the effort.
The purpose of emergency management is so you have a structure when an emergency does happen. The emergency management coordinator is the head of the entire town during any kind of an emergency. I think about how important it was that the mayor, the chief, and I worked hand in hand, and the communication through all of the borough employees was phenomenal. And I couldn't ask for a better town to work for. I think that's what made our team as emergency management so strong. These residents in this town are fabulous. Everybody who could have given us a hand did. They were up here at 4:30 in the morning cooking. You had young, kids getting up that, in their 20s, that they didn't have to go to work, but they came down here to cook for everybody. So it was definitely a community project that just worked very well.
I am standing right in front of the now opened Bay Head Library. New cameras, new computers, new everything. The only thing, I think that's the same around here, that hasn't been replaced is a wonderful staff.
What do I love about Bay Head? I don't know what it is. It's a calming feeling to be here. It feels like a real old hometown. We're staying invested. It's a wonderful town. We've been offered so much help from the local residents, and we've had so much support. It's unbelievable. From the community people, the business people, everyone has really come together. And what they can do, I guess, is when we all open our doors, we'd love them to come back and tell their friends and come see how beautiful Bay Head is. And I tell you, everything's going to be brand new, so it's going to be really nice. I never for once faltered or thought that the town would not rebound.
That Sunday, which was November 4th, a couple of folks from the OEM in town came to us and said, listen, could you start feeding the town folk here? We can't do it up at the recycling center. It's becoming too overwhelming because it's also the command post. And I said, sure, when would you like to start? And she said, well, how about lunchtime in about a half hour? And it was great because next thing I knew, Red Cross vehicles were pulling up out front with tubs of hot food. We started setting up feeding lines and stations, got more tables out. And from that day, November 4th, we were off and running as the town feeding station. And for about 6 months, we were running 84 hours a week, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We were serving over 500 meals a day here at the church. And it was just an enormous effort by a lot of people. Local restaurants would pitch in, and Grenville continues to be very helpful for us in providing meals. Other area restaurants who perhaps sustained damage themselves were finding an outlet for their culinary skills here to help provide some food. And I have to say that in all the areas along the Jersey Shore, the mayor and the council in Bay Head have brought us back well ahead of the curve, well ahead of other people, with an intentionality and a determination that Bay Head was going to be, as Governor Christie would say, stronger than the storm.
There was a 6 or 8 foot hole trench dug out under this street all the way down to Twilight Lake, about 2 blocks away. It washed out the sewers, the gas lines, the water lines. Everything was gone. It's all been replaced now. and this is the final step, is to repave the road.
The community. It's really the ability to raise your kids in a town where you can walk to the beach if you so choose. You can ride your bike. Just went body surfing this morning. Huge waves after the tropical storm just passed. I'm giving fire truck rides at Davy Jones Day in a couple minutes for the fire company. And it's that kind of community, that kind of working together, that kind of knowing everybody in town. And that really makes this an awesome place to live.
It's a pretty quaint town. You know, you just enjoy walking around the streets and looking at the houses and the businesses and the parks and the beach. It has it all.
I've been all over the world. We've been everywhere. My husband and I have gone everywhere. And we always come back here. And we find it to be the best place. I've lived here all my life and I think it's fabulous. The people, the stores, our shops. It's just a great place, summer and winter.
I grew up a couple blocks in that direction, and my wife grew up right there, and we live right there, right in the middle of all the flooding every time it happens. We're both members of the fire company, and I work for the town, so every time something happens, we're right in the middle of the cleanup and dealing with it, and there's no place we'd rather be.
It's just a wonderful town to be in, and I wouldn't want to be anywhere else.
There's no place I'd rather live than Bay Head. It's a beautiful, beautiful town.
There's no place in the world I'd rather live.
There's nowhere else on earth I'd rather live than Bay Head.
And I'm so grateful to God and for all the people at St. Paul's Church were so friendly, and it was nice to be at a place where everybody was your friend. Hallelujah, I'm here and I'm as happy as a bird on a limb.